There was a time when people laughed at the idea of Latin music dominating the entire world. Industry executives acted like English was the golden key to success. If a song wasn't in English, they treated it like it belonged in a small corner of the internet, hidden from the mainstream. Then came a man who looked at every rule, every formula, every polished industry blueprint, and quietly destroyed it. Shh! Turn the volume up, but keep it low. This is rap's deepest secrets, the one place the labels can't control, exposing the codes, the cover-ups, the real cost of fame. Now back to the video. Bad Bunny just became the artist with the most songs with over 1 billion streams in Spotify history. 32 songs. Let that sink in for a second. 32 different tracks crossed a number most artists spend their entire careers chasing once, not twice, 32 times. And somehow, people are still acting surprised. That's the suspicious part, because this didn't happen overnight. This wasn't some lucky accident or one viral hit carried by TikTok dances and flashy headlines. This was years of dominance hiding in plain sight while the music industry pretended not to notice until the numbers became impossible to ignore. The craziest part? He just dethroned The Weeknd, who previously held the record with 31 songs over 1 billion streams. And if anyone understands global domination, it's The Weeknd. The man practically turned heartbreak into a billion-dollar business plan, yet even he got past. Quietly. No giant dramatic announcement, no emergency industry meeting, no public panic, just Bad Bunny casually walking past another impossible milestone like he forgot his keys somewhere. But this story gets even stranger. The song that pushed him over the edge was Tarot with Jayco from the album Un Verano Sin Ti. Out of all songs, it wasn't some massive global anthem everybody expected. It wasn't the loudest song in his catalog. It wasn't even the most controversial. It was Tarot. That feels important somehow, because moments like this reveal something people hate admitting. Global success is no longer controlled by the gatekeepers. The audience decides now. The fans decide now. And sometimes they choose artists the industry never fully understood. For years, people kept asking the same tired question: can Spanish music really dominate globally? Meanwhile, Bad Bunny was already selling out stadiums across continents. Funny how people demand proof after the evidence already punched them in the face. And here's where things become almost uncomfortable. At the beginning of March, Bad Bunny had 29 songs over 1 billion streams. Just a few months later, he pushed it to 32. That growth rate doesn't even sound normal. Most artists would celebrate one song reaching a billion like they just won the lottery. Bad Bunny stacks billion-stream songs like receipts in a grocery bag. At some point, it stops looking like success and starts looking like complete takeover. Now think about this carefully. Un Verano Sin Ti recently turned 4 years old. 4 years! Most albums disappear from public conversation after 6 months. The industry moves fast. Audiences get distracted. Trends die overnight. Yet this album somehow keeps growing stronger with age. And now it officially became the album with the most songs over 1 billion streams in Spotify history. That should honestly terrify competing artists. Because what does that even mean anymore? How do you compete with an album that refuses to age? It's like trying to race someone who somehow gets faster every lap. But maybe the biggest twist in this entire story is not the numbers, it's the timing. Right now, music feels more disposable than ever. Songs explode for 1 week and vanish the next. Artists chase trends instead of building legacies. Labels care more about algorithms than actual artistry. Everybody wants a shortcut to virality. Everybody wants instant fame. Bad Bunny did the opposite. He built a world people wanted to live in. That's why his music survives beyond trends. Fans don't just stream his songs because they're catchy. They stream them because the songs remind them of summers, relationships, heartbreak, parties, freedom, loneliness, confidence, pain, real moments attached to real emotions. That connection is dangerous because once listeners emotionally attach themselves to an artist, statistics stop mattering, criticism stops mattering, even language barriers stop mattering, and the industry underestimated that for way too long. If you enjoy deep stories about music, fame, hidden industry politics, and the truth behind these massive celebrity moments, subscribe to the channel right now. Seriously, because stories like this are only getting crazier. And the deeper you look into the music industry, the more you realize things are never as simple as they seem. Now back to the story. There's something almost sarcastic about the entire situation. For years, some critics treated Bad Bunny like a temporary trend, just another streaming-era artist who would eventually fade away. They mocked his style, they questioned his artistry. Some people even acted confused about why he was so popular in the first place. Now, those same people are watching history happen in real time. Awkward. Imagine doubting someone while they quietly become one of the most dominant artists the platform has ever seen. And maybe that's the lesson hidden underneath all these billion stream headlines. Success rarely looks believable while it's happening. People only understand greatness after it becomes impossible to deny. The funny thing is, Bad Bunny never really moved like someone desperate for validation. That's part of what made him different. He didn't beg traditional media for approval. He didn't constantly reshape himself to fit outdated expectations. He embraced his culture loudly, unapologetically, and globally. And somehow, that honesty became his superpower. But there's another side to this story people aren't talking about enough: pressure. Records are beautiful until you become the person expected to break them forever. Now, every Bad Bunny release will carry impossible expectations. Every album will be compared to history. Every song will be measured against billion-stream milestones. The higher an artist climbs, the more people secretly wait for them to fall. That's human nature. People love watching success until the success becomes too massive. Then suddenly they want balance restored. And social media makes this even worse. One weak release, one controversial moment, one public mistake, and the internet turns into a firing squad overnight. Fame today is brutal because audiences expect perfection while simultaneously craving downfall. Bad Bunny knows that. He has probably understood it for years. Maybe that's why he moves the way he does. Calm, unbothered, almost detached from the chaos around him. While the internet debates rankings and records every week, he just keeps adding numbers to the scoreboard. 32 songs over 1 billion streams. That number alone sounds unreal. And the craziest part? There's a very real chance he's not finished yet. Think about how insane that is for a second. Because if this pace continues, future artists may not even be competing against Bad Bunny anymore. They may just be competing for second place. That possibility changes everything. The music industry is witnessing a shift right in front of its eyes. The global audience has changed, the rules changed, the language barriers collapsed, and one artist from Puerto Rico became living proof that global dominance no longer needs permission from traditional systems. That's bigger than streaming numbers. That's cultural power. And whether people love him, hate him, or still somehow underestimate him, the numbers are becoming impossible to argue with. 32 billion stream songs, one historic album, another broken record. And somewhere out there, somebody is probably still calling him overrated, which honestly makes this story even funnier. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because the next story might be even more shocking than this one. The music industry changes fast, records fall overnight, and sometimes the biggest stories are the ones hiding behind the numbers everyone scrolls past too quickly.